Hello everyone, welcome back to Pascale's Kitchen. Today we're going to make a wild mushroom and white asparagus salad. If you can't find white asparagus, you can of course make it with the green variety, but it is particularly delicious with the white asparagus if you can find it. And this really takes advantage of the vegetables that we get at this time of the year. Finally, we got some rain in central California, which is where we are. And if you happen to find chanterelle mushrooms at the farmer's market, then this salad with chanterelle mushrooms is fabulous. They're not quite here yet. So this salad is going to be made with trumpet mushrooms, shiitake, brown mushrooms, and oyster mushrooms. And as I mentioned, the white asparagus. The other ingredients, there are 3 large shallots, which have been finely diced, and about 2 large tablespoons of chives. The recipe is in the link that's just below, and right there you'll also find the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have already subscribed to my channel. The more subscribers we have, the more videos we can make. So back to the salad. Just a quick word about preparing the white asparagus. They do have to be peeled, unlike the green variety, because they can be fibrous on the outside. So just get a vegetable peeler and lay it flat on the table or work surface when you peel them, otherwise they might snap quite easily. And I just go along the stem and peel off the outside, and then you want to cut the tip off on a bias, and then the rest of the asparagus just gets cut in about 1/2-inch pieces. And all of this is going to get steamed, and they take a tiny bit longer, maybe a minute or 2 longer to cook than the green variety. So I'm going to pop these in the steamer in just a minute. But the very first thing that we need to do to make the salad is to make a vinaigrette, and it's a mustard vinaigrette using really lovely Dijon mustard. And I like to just put the whisk straight into the jar of the Dijon mustard, and you need about a tablespoon into the bottom of a salad bowl. And to that I add the equivalent of about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Whisk it all together, and then once it's come together, it looks a little bit like a light mayonnaise, add a tablespoon of vinegar. There we go. Whisk everything together. We have our lovely vinaigrette, a little bit of pepper, and a pinch of salt, and then we're going to pop salad utensils on top of the vinaigrette. That way, when you add the ingredients to the salad bowl, they don't just sit in the vinaigrette and get soggy. So I'm going to get the asparagus going, and then I'll show you how to cook the mushrooms. This is just a straight vegetable steamer. You can cook the asparagus in some boiling salted water, but I love to just steam them. I think this is a quick, easy way to do that. Pop these in here, and they'll take about 8 minutes to cook. So let's just check this asparagus. I think that it's all cooked. You want it to be al dente, so it's just, let's make sure it's not too hot. Perfect. Nice little crunch to that. And then I'm going to add this straight into the salad bowl. There we go. Make sure we get all the pieces out. And then we're going to cook the shallots and the mushrooms. The first thing you do is the shallots. So I like to cook them in this wok with a little bit of olive oil, and get the pan hot. This is over sort of medium-high heat. And you're going to cook the shallots for about 2 to 3 minutes. You want to soften them, but not completely before we start adding the mushrooms. And if there are a lot of mushrooms, you may need to cook the mushrooms in 2 or 3 batches, and that's okay. So add our shallots in here with a little pinch of salt and some pepper, or in this case a little bit of pepper and some salt. we go. And you have to keep stirring them so that they don't catch. So after 2 to 3 minutes, they start to get this golden colour, light golden colour. And it's at that moment, reduce the heat to medium. And you're going to add a little bit of butter to this. Mushrooms and butter are a marvellous match. And it just adds an extra level of flavour to this dish. So a little sliver or two of butter in the pan. Mix it all together with the shallots, and then we'll add the first batch of the mushrooms. And I quite like to cook each type of mushroom by itself. So here I've got the brown mushrooms that I'm cooking with the shallots, and I'll cook the other ones afterwards. And you want the mushrooms to get cooked until they are just golden and not rendering. You know, if you overcook mushrooms, they start to render a lot of water, and that's what you want to avoid. So you want the mushrooms to be slightly golden brown, and then as soon as they're cooked, you can add those to the salad bowl as well. Certain mushrooms will take longer to cook than others, so be patient with each one. So once they've got to this golden brown colour and they've softened a little bit, and you can really smell them, the aroma of the mushrooms wafting around the kitchen, delicious. So this I'm going to add to the asparagus in the salad bowl, and then I'll keep going and cooking each mushroom varietal. You may need to add a little bit more butter with each addition of the mushrooms. Let it melt a little bit. If this was my grandmother, it would be lots of butter. She and Julia Child would have got on famously. They both had a thing for lots of butter. Okay, this is trumpet mushrooms. And I'm going to let these cook in the same manner as the other ones until they get golden brown. And then we'll cook the last ones and add them to the salad bowl. So once again, you see how, plus mushrooms reduce, you see how they've reduced in the pan, and they're nice and golden, but not overly cooked. Really, as soon as you smell that aroma, they're done. It's like baking cakes, that's what my grandmother always says. When you can smell the cake, it's ready. Okay, add these to the salad bowl. And now I'm going to add a little bit more butter. And, oops, add, runaway butter. There we go. Add the last of the mushrooms to the pan. There we go. This will just take another couple of minutes, and then we'll have all our mushrooms, and then I'll show you how to finish the salad. So here we have the salad with all the different mushrooms that have been cooked separately, placed on top of the white asparagus. And before I toss the salad, I just add the chopped chives over the top. And you can have the salad ready ahead of time, but it is rather nice when everything is still warm. And that's my favorite way to eat it. So once you've done that, take your utensils out, everything falls into the vinaigrette, and you toss this gorgeous salad. And this is a great accompaniment to a roast chicken, or as part of a vegetarian dinner. Or I love to have this as a very special lunch, just by itself. I'm going to have some of these right now. Look at that, scrumptious. Okay, well, see you in 2 weeks' time. And until then, bon appétit!